James Millen is James the Wine Guy. Stay tuned for a review of this beautiful English sparkling wine. So, very amazing, and here we are, 2014. We live in the best of wine times, the best of wine distribution times. Now, that doesn't mean it can't get better, because it will. But ultimately, here I am in San Francisco, tasting an English wine. This would never have happened, I was going to say 50 years ago. Well, that's absurd, because it wouldn't even happen 10 years ago. Here we are today, 2014. You'll find these wines available, and more readily available, I think, in the future. And beautiful wine here, and it's something that, Jancis Robinson, and I paraphrase, I'm not going to give an exact quotation, is that the English have not always preferred their own wines. So, the preference point has usually been for sparkling wine champagne. And of course, it is in close proximity. But England, as it turns out, is a really great producer of sparkling wine. And so I think the English wine industry has really risen from, say, you've had wine grapes grown in this area, say in the Kent region, so in the warmer regions of England. And so you definitely can grow, say, for example, in this wine here, I'll introduce wine in a moment, Pinot Meunier, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and a fantastic climate to do so. So you get the channel influence, you get a bit of warmer temperatures that these wine grapes will require to ripen, and so I think it's a fantastic region. That it's a wine country that has been growing wine grapes for some time, but I think it's soon to be discovered. And so here we go with this beautiful wine. First of all, the packaging program is fantastic. I think it's really in line with what you might expect for a sparkling bottle of wine, and I think the price point, I got this for I think about 32 USD here in San Francisco, and it's called Gusbourne. This is Estate 2008 Vintage Brut Reserve. I'll bring that a little closer so you can see, English sparkling wine. That is a really cool thing. Here on the neck of the bottle, you'll see Méthode, actually right there, Méthode Anglaise, and on the back you'll see English sparkling wine. And I think these are great things to look at in terms of wines like this that are just being created that I think are sublime and beautiful. And it's not just because it's a more rare sparkling wine to find, but I think it's a fantastically well constructed bottle of sparkling wine. So in this one, you'll find a pretty much an equivalency across the board. So 37% Pinot Noir, 36% Chardonnay, and of course maybe not exactly on the third level would be the Pinot Meunier at 27%, 12% ABV. And if you look at their website, I'll actually post the website down below right here, and it'll say, homemade in the Garden of England. And I think that's that exuberance of, creating beautiful sparkling wines. This house produces a total of 3 wines, including this wine here. So the latest release on this is 2009. I have the vintage before this, Blanc de Blanc 2009, and a Rosé 2010 vintage. So here we go. First, the scent characteristics, flavor profile, and the point score. You'll notice I'm enjoying this in a burgundy glass because I really want some aromatic flow on this. On the downside, you don't get as much bubble action, but I do offer my guests, a sparkling wine flute, because you get a lot of bubble action, less aromatic flow through. It's your preference. I don't really have a strong position on it. It's all about what you enjoy the most. Beautiful scent characteristics on this wine. Fresh biscuit, freshly sliced green apple, almond, and hibiscus. So, when I did my pre-tasting on this, I just noted an absolute superb dry wine, yet quite expressive, encapsulating just really highly nuanced flavor characteristics. So here we go next. So on the flavor characteristics, a beautiful, luxuriant wine. Notes on this include Spitzenberg apple, exotic green citrus zest, pine nut, and crumbly biscuit. This wine is a 9.4 out of my 10.0 scale. And you know where to go for more wine reviews. This is an amazing wine. I really can't wait to taste more English sparkling wines. Actually, I've been to England. I've just never been to the English wine country. And at some point I will do so. I think it's really important to put foot on ground and to get the experience and to talk to the people that are, creating these beautiful wines. So you'll find me on most social medias: Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Again, 9.4 out of my 10.0 scale. Think of that as 94 points out of 100 points. Stay tuned for more reviews to come. Thank you so much, and salut.